Thank you and welcome to another edition of Republican Stronghold. Today I'm joined with Sarah Loucks, who's running for Bastrop County District Clerk. And we're just going to have a conversation about, a little bit of your background, what you want to see. This would be your 5th term?
Yes.
As the clerk? Okay.
I've been in office since 2011.
2011, okay. So share a little bit about your background and what brought you to this position.
Okay. Well, it starts way back with my grandfather, actually. He was a district attorney in Gonzales, just down the road. And he wanted me to go to law school. And I didn't really want to go to law school. It was like, whoa. But he put that in my head about something with the legal system. And so I went to court reporting school and became a court reporter. And did court only. I didn't do depositions. I did courts in Bastrop County and in the surrounding counties. And eventually caught up with me because I had 2 children that needed me more than the courts. So I started teaching part-time. I taught courtroom procedures at the court reporting school. And eventually a group of people asked me if I would run for district clerk. And that's how it happened.
And that was back in 2011?
Well, it was before 2011, but that's what led up to 2011.
Okay. So I know you have some opponents. What are you bringing to the office, being that this would be your 5th term, that maybe would be different than your other 4 terms, or different than what they're offering?
Well, I'm the only one that has court experience. One of them did, that was 13 years ago, and everything has changed. And our jury system has changed. Nobody else no other candidates have the jury courtroom experience that I have. I've been doing this for 15 years, and it's always changing. It's never the same. It is always going to change. And
is that because of legislation?
The legislature meets every 2 years, and we have to change laws that go into effect every 2 years. And just with technology, it's changing all the time, and we have to keep up. And IT helps us keep up, our IT department. But we do everything we can to keep up with technology. I guess now the newest would be AI, the introduction of AI everywhere. And we have to grow into that in some ways, not every ways, but some ways.
Can you share with our audience a little bit about, because everyone may not know exactly what district clerk does?
Yes, the district clerk has all civil cases, everything from passports to adoptions to juvenile court to CPS, divorces and delinquent taxes, just to name a few on the civil side. And then we have the criminal side, which does all felonies all the way up to murder and capital murder. And we also work the grand jury with the district attorney.
So the office does the paperwork? Or?
Yes, all the cases are filed through my office.
Oh, okay.
In e-filing. Criminal is not necessarily e-filed, but it can be. But civil has to be e-filed unless you're pro se. If you're representing yourself, you can turn it over the counter on paper. But attorneys are supposed to e-file.
So your office meets with the general public as well as attorneys
Yes,
and judges?
yes, yes. I'm responsible for 4 district courts and 1 county court at law. And that will, as Bastrop County grows, we're gonna end up with more judges. We have to.
Mm-hmm.
And the jury system is good for now. We will probably make some changes to it eventually. Everything is filed through my office, and so we do a lot with the public. The public is always in there. We have customers in and out all the time. I'm very proud of my staff. They do an excellent job with the public. If somebody comes in and let's say they're filing a divorce and they're not happy, we do our best to make them comfortable and help them to make it a better situation, if that makes any sense.
Sure, maybe to help them
Yeah,
get that part done.
yes.
Yeah.
But we can't give legal advice. So if somebody says, how do I do this? We can't tell them how to do it,
Right,
but we are there to help them. That's what we're there for.
right,
in the
because
first
you
place.
and your staff, you're not attorneys, you're
Right,
not
we can't,
paralegals.
right,
Okay. All right.
yes, that's the reason we can't give legal advice. It's a liability if we gave somebody legal advice and they followed that advice and it went wrong for them. They would say, oh, well, the district clerk's office told me I could do this.
Right, yeah, that
That
would
kind
be
of
a
deal.
liability.
Yes.
Sure, okay. Anything you would change that you've done in the past that you would like to see, or,
Not that I can think of. I know if I had 30 minutes to think about it, I would probably come up with
or
something.
anything that you think of on your wish list that maybe, with all your experience, that you would want to see going forward?
Well, I can answer that by saying that Bastrop County is in the works, is to build a new justice center.
Oh,
And,
that is news.
yeah, so that's gonna be where we're headed.
Well, it makes sense since the county's growing so rapidly.
Exactly. They have the property. I'm on the steering committee for it. We're gonna ask, what they have asked us to do is to think of what we would like to see, like in my office, 20 years from now. That's what we're going for.
Cause you're in the old building now, right?
Yes, I'm in the
Downtown?
annex.
The annex, okay.
Now, the old building is the old courthouse.
Oh, right.
We're in the building next to that.
Okay, cause I think I remember it used to be in the old courthouse, right? The original
Yes,
building?
long time ago.
Long time ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we were downstairs when the annex was built,
Mm-hmm.
and we all suffered from vitamin D deficiency because we were in the basement.
Down in the basement with no light.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it was so nice when we moved upstairs to the old tax office.
Yeah.
With those big windows and trees and everything
That would be,
was, yeah, much better. But we're outgrowing that office.
okay.
Last year in Commissioner's Court, when we were working on the budget, they approved me to have 2 more employees in the office.
Okay.
And we are working on that, but we're gonna be out of room. Once we do that, we're out of space,
Yeah,
doubling up in the
you'll be packed in like
desks.
sardines.
Yeah.
So, share with the audience why they should vote for you as opposed to your opponents.
I have the experience that's needed to run that office. I have the experience for sure. There are things that I do that a newcomer as district clerk would not have any idea about. Just things, everyday things. There are just so many things that I do that that I'm the only one that does.
Mm.
But mainly just the experience, I guess.
Okay. Your opponents just don't have?
No, they don't. No, not to be the clerk. They have had experience, well, one of them has no experience in the clerk's office. Two of them did have experience in the clerk's office, but it's nowhere near what it would need to be, if that makes sense.
All right. Any parting thoughts that you want to share?
Just that tomorrow starts early voting. Please vote for Sarah Loucks for district clerk. My webpage is Sarah Loucks for FOR instead of the number for district clerk. And I can talk about more things like the old records. I have a discretionary fund that is built up every year, and I use that to have the old records restored and digitized. And I have some of that going on right now. And I want to give y'all just an idea, an example of one of the reasons why it's so important to have our history preserved. The Bar Association for Bastrop County puts on a play every year for a scholarship for the high schoolers. And it's David Bragg. If you know David Bragg, he writes the plays, and he takes the plays from real life experience in our old records, such as usually it's a murder that really happened in Bastrop, and usually it has to do with an old family name from Bastrop. And it's sold out every year. We do several dinner theater performances, and it's always sold out. But the money from that goes to the scholarships for Bastrop high schools. And if we didn't have our preservation going on, we wouldn't make the $10,000 for the scholarships. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So having those preserved
raises
costs
that much money.
Yes.
Awesome.
Preservation is very expensive, and I work really hard to keep that history preserved. It's really important for Bastrop County families who have been here for generations.
Great. All right. Well, Sarah, thank you so much. Wish you all the luck.
Thank you.
And thank you for tuning in to this episode of Republican Stronghold. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.